Conference chairwoman to deliver the opening speech. For tonight's event. With us, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests from Universitas Pancasila, James Cook University, Singapore, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of
Universitas Pancasila Foundation, the Vice Rectors and Deans of Universitas Pancasila will be here tonight.
Due to this pandemic, people mobility to hold their product into activities, the changing topic mainly to surely to get
Evidence from the hot incubation area in China. And this is one of the UNESCO geopark in Indonesia.
welcome to Bali as the authentic, sustainable, global MICE destination. As you may know, we are in a new normal era. Let's all move towards the future of tourism in Indonesia, especially right now that Bali is starting to return normal. Adapting to clean, health, and safety sustainability while touring. In a meeting, always apply health protocols. Keep a physical distance, use hand sanitizers, check your temperature, use face shields, and if it's urgent to take off your mask, organize it with the according place. In traditional cultural activities and other entertainment, keep on applying health protocols, enjoying the tour in this new normal era. Keep applying health protocols while entering hotels, conventions, and exhibitions. From entering, registration, and venue, it has become mandatory for the event organizer to recognize these health protocols. And in the end, Bali will be ready to turn the page and move towards the future of MICE tourism in this new normal era. We are looking forward to welcome you in Bali.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, may peace be with us. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests from Universitas Pancasila, James Cook University, Singapore, and the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. And of course, the on-site and online participating academics and researchers from all over the world that are streaming now. Welcome to the 8th ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020. Can I have a big round of applause? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me to be your host for tonight's gala dinner. I am Gleno, and in this lovely evening, allow me to extend our warm welcome to our VIP guests that are already here with us this evening. First of all, I would like to say good evening to Mrs. Devi Rosa Kautsar, Ph.D., CHE, as the ITSA Conference Chairwoman. Good evening, ma'am. And also I would like to say good evening and welcome to Mrs. Titi Wahyuni, the Coordinator for MICE Promotions from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. Good evening, ma'am. And last but not least, joining us online, Professor Sinran Leto, the President of International Tourism Studies Association. And of course, to all of the on-site and online participating academic researchers from all over the world, before we unravel the excitement of tonight's program, the 8th ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020 that co-hosted and organized by Universitas Pancasila and James Cook University, Singapore, would like to thank the Associate University, Universitas Bunda Mulia, and media partner myvenue.id, and of course, the empowering support of the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia for their unending support of this conference. Once again, can I have a big round of applause for all of the media partner and Associate University. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of the conference this time is culture, people, technology, and the driving forces for tourism cities such as Indonesia, Jakarta. And speaking of culture, we are about to witness one-of-a-kind dance performance from Borneo, which called Kancet Bangentawai dance. It is a traditional dance that tells us the story of Dayak Kenya heroes who fought against their enemies. This dance illustrates the courage of Dayak Kenya women in war, also depicting the award ceremony for women who have defeated the enemies. The dance movements are very energetic and, let me warn you, sometimes followed by the screaming of the dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, Nusa Budaya Dance Troupe performing the dance of Kancet Bangentawai. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Kancut Bangan Tawe Dance performed by Nusa Budaya Dance Troupe Project. And of course, this is the second time Indonesia be the host of the 8th ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020. Can I have a big round of applause for Indonesia? And as you can see, Borneo is a part of Indonesia culture. And this year, it's an honor to become the host of the ITSA Conference Jakarta again. As we all know, there's a lot of participants from all over the world joining us today on-site and online. Though we are still applicating the strict new normal health protocol, that's why I'm using this face shield, and everyone here to ensure the healthy aspect of the participating academics and researchers. Okay, next, without further ado, I would like to kindly invite, who has already been with us tonight here, Ms. Devi Rosa Kautsar, Ph.D., CHA, the ITSA Conference Chairwoman, to deliver the opening speech. You are pleased, ma'am.
Thank you very much for the introduction. His Excellency, Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Mr. Wisnutama Kusubandio, the Rector of Universitas Pancasila, Professor Wahono Sumaryono, the Board of Trustees and Board of Executive of Universitas Pancasila Foundation, the Vice Rectors and Deans of Universitas Pancasila who are already here tonight, the Director of MICE, Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, Ibu Masruroh, who is tonight represented by Ibu Titi Wahyuni. Welcome, Ibu Titi. Thank you. Distinguished invited speakers, the Honorable ITSA President, Professor Shinran Lekto, and all ITSA's executive boards, the Honorable Campus Dean of James Cook University, Singapore, Professor Abhishek Bhatti, the Honorable Rector of Universitas Bunda Mulia and Director of Akademi Pariwisata Bunda Mulia as Associate University, the Chairman of HILTIPARI, or the Association of Indonesia Tourism Tertiary Education Institutions, represented by the Secretary General Dr. Dina Lemi, the Chairman of Indonesia Tourism Experts Association, or ICHP, Professor Azril Azahari, Organizing Committee, and all conference delegates, distinguished professors, and beloved students. A very good evening to all of you. It's 7:30 p.m. here in Jakarta, GMT +7. We have had a long day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Shalom, Salam Kebajikan. To begin, please allow me to express my appreciation and thanks to all of you, conference delegates who have joined this conference offline and online today. Now that we reach towards the end of the conference, I would like to report that this morning we had the opportunity to listen to the presentation of Madam Giri Atnyani, the General Secretary to the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. Madam Giri talked to us about the impact of COVID-19 pandemic to Indonesian tourism and the ways forward to address related challenges. We also had the chance to enjoy insightful presentation by all distinguished keynote speakers, Professor Alastair Morrison, Professor Brian King, Professor Tussyadiah, and Dr. Hera Oktadiana, who have joined us from Shanghai, Hong Kong, the UK, and Australia. This conference is participated by over 170 authors with 86 papers from 16 countries encompassing 5 continents. We are grateful that despite the COVID-19 pandemic, which has resulted in the postponement of the conference from August to now, December 2020, enthusiasm is still pouring from colleagues all over the world. In fact, we have never felt so close to each other, knowing that this unforgettable outbreak impacted all of us. Through monthly online meetings with ITSA executive boards, we shared stories of resilience and received tremendous support from our colleagues. In this opportunity, I would like to thank all individuals and institutions involved in supporting this event. First and foremost is our Rector of Universitas Pancasila, Professor Dr. Wahono Sumaryono, for his continuous support and guidance. My thanks also goes to the Chairman of the Board of Patrons of Universitas Pancasila Foundation, Dr. Honoris Causa Insinyur Siswono Yudo Husodo, and the Chairman of the Executive Boards of Universitas Pancasila Foundation, Professor Dr. Edi Tut Hendratno, for their enormous support. I would also like to thank the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, for supporting us in the organization of the event. His Excellency, Mr. Wisnutama Kusubandio, for his insightful opening remarks presented by Ibu Giri Atnyani, Ibu Insinyur Rizky Handayani Mustafa, the Deputy Minister for Tourism Products and Events, and her dedicated team, Ibu Masruro and Ibu Titi Wahyuni, who are with us tonight, for hosting the conference dinner and cultural performance. Please give a round of applause to Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. Our sincere gratitude to all distinguished keynote speakers, ITSA executive boards, especially Professor Shinran Lehto for her leadership, and the late Professor Philip Pierce for his support and guidance, which we are truly indebted to. Professor Abhishek Bhatti and team, and our co-host from James Cook University, Singapore. Thank you to all presenters, participants, organizing committee, James Cook University Australia in Singapore as co-host, Universitas Bunda Mulia and Bunda Mulia Tourism Academy as associate universities, and Venue Magazine as media partner, and others who I cannot mention one by one, without whom this conference would not be possible. Again, thank you very much, and we hope that we can continue our networking after the conference. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Kautzar, the ITSA Conference Chairwoman. Okay, in this lovely occasion, I would like to also invite from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia, the coordinator for MICE promotion, Mrs. Titi Wahyuni. The stage is yours, ma'am.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm standing here on behalf of the Ministry Tourism and Economy Creative, representing Ibu Masruroh, the Director MICE. Firstly, I would like to express my gratitude to the University Pancasila and James Cook University of Singapore that has successfully organized the 8th International Tourism Studies Association, or ITSA Conference 2030, and to provide a unique opportunity for academic and researchers from around the world to meet and develop networks. I would also like to extend my thanks to all VIP guests, audience who come. Professor Dr. Editut Hendratmo, Head of University Pancasila Foundation, Professor Dr. Wahono Sumaryono, Principal of University Pancasila, Mr. Sihan Leto, President of ITSA, Ibu Devi from the University Pancasila, and all audience with delegates from many countries gathering and discussing topics within the team culture, people, technology, the driving force for tourism cities. I believe this is your best opportunity to present your work, distribute information, and meet with academics, researchers with similar or various research interests, and contributing to the development of tourism sector, especially in Indonesia. And our always also to do the protocol of MICE. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, due to this pandemic, people mobility to hold their product business activity, this changing COVID-19 is surely the game changer. As the effort to recover MICE industry in Indonesia, Ministry of Tourism, Economy and Creative has implemented the adjusted activity and strategy in the pandemic situation, which we are sure it is bring positive impact to MICE recovery. Firstly, Ministry of Tourism, Economic and Creative has made cleanliness, healthy, safety and environment friendly protocol for MICE to make sure MICE sector adapting to new normal condition. This protocol addresses to all MICE stakeholders, including central government, local government, vendor, venue, tenant, event organizer, employer in tourism sector, event attendants or participant. The aim of the CHSE guideline is for prevention, detection, and action, etc. All the steps to be taken to minimize the risk of COVID-19 transmission and to hold MICE event in more resilient and sustainable way. In detail, the steps that are the requirement of the protocol are mandatory to wear masks, face shield, minimum 1 meter distance between people, and disinfect very items that were used. Must have COVID-19 task force who is charged to making sure very hard and safety protocol are as follow. Rapid test antigen or serology for every participant. For the government event, the government paid for it. Maximum 5% of venue capacity. The venue must have good air circulation, and provide isolation transit room for COVID-19 suspect. For strategy tourism recovery, we also have restarted our domestic MICE activities. We believe that domestic tourism recovery should be priority. Some of the main strategies are applied in order to regenerate the domestic tourism recovery and sector. Socialize for CHSE, give stimulate, booster, and support to the stakeholder, training, promotion, convince our stakeholder that MICE and tourism sector in Indonesia are ready to face the new normal. The last, networking. Ladies and gentlemen, all the effort in responding to the pandemic, we also saw that networking and engagement with the market in one of the most important things we have done engage with international stakeholder, media association, engaging with national stakeholder, such like professional association, chamber of commerce, other ministerial and INASEP also. Training. For my stakeholder, for the event organizer, one of it collaborating with Australia Marketing Institute for special interest tour operator. Certification for tourism stakeholder to get Indonesia Care or IDUCARE label. For this activity, how to do in the government, actually in the Ministry of Tourism and Economic Creative. With all this effort, we hope that Indonesia will become a MICE destination with strong competitiveness in terms of quality and value, and the world-class destination which focusing on the safety and comfort of the tourists and visitors. Finally, I hope this event will serve the purpose as a forum in promoting Indonesia readiness to face the new normal and serve as an example on how the conference should be held in accordance for ITSA protocol. Be success, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Titi Wahyuni, the coordinator for MICE promotions from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. Thank you for being here with us tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, the participating academics and researchers, both on-site and online, wherever you are watching right now, it is time to unwind tonight's gala dinner, because after a very long, winding process of deliberating the papers that are submitted, wow, I think committee having a hard time. But tonight, we are prepared to announce the best paper. And there is something unique about the ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020, because it is the first time for us to announce the Philip Pierce Spirit Award tonight. But don't go anywhere, because we're about to announce the best paper after the gala dinner that are provided by Jess Luansa, the scrumptious and exquisite dinner served by Jess Luansa with the accompaniment of Nusa Budaya cultural music. Enjoy your dinner. Now we would like to kindly invite the midsection to come out from the room to have dinner in the banquet area.
Selamat malam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all of you in a very good shape now. Dan guys, dalam keadaan baik-baik saja. Selamat menikmati hidangan makan malamnya. Have a nice dinner. Mudah-mudahan Anda terhibur dengan lagu-lagu yang kami bawakan. Have a nice dinner. We're gonna play the very romantic one coming from Eric Clapton. I'm sure that you know this one. If you wanna sing along, kalau mau nyanyi bareng, silakan. Late in the evening, she's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her and dresses her long blonde hair. And then she asked me, do I look alright? And I say yes, you look wonderful tonight. Go to a party and everyone turned to see this beautiful lady who was walking around with me. Terima kasih banyak, tepuk tangannya merdu sekali. Tepuk tangannya lebih merdu dari suara saya. Tepuk tangannya aja udah merdu, apalagi suaranya. Mungkin mau nyanyi di sini juga silahkan. Saya doakan yang tepuk tangan rezekinya makin banyak, amin. Sehat selalu, amin. Doanya untuk semuanya ya. Ada yang tahu lagu ini dari intronya, mungkin ada yang bisa tebak, tapi nggak ada hadiahnya. Nyanyi bareng boleh. Tussyadiah, band. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside the door. I had to wake you up to say goodbye. But the bell is ringing early in the morning. Taxi's is going home. Already I'm sunset. Boleh nyanyi sama-sama? Tangannya di atas. So kiss me, smile for me. Tell me that you wait for me. Walk me like you never Now the time has come to leave you. One more chance, let me kiss you. Close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about this night. I have to live alone. About the time I won't have to. Tell me that you wait for me. Oh, terima kasih, tepuk tangannya merdu sekali. Ini ada request, katanya kita diminta untuk membawakan latte. Ladies and gentlemen, Nusa Budaya Band. stage. It is something we find for. Thank you so much, terima kasih. Selamat menikmati hidangan makan malamnya, have a nice dinner. Mudah-mudahan terhibur dengan lagu-lagu yang kami sajikan. Nusa Budaya Band. Kita masih punya beberapa lagu untuk Anda semuanya. Jadi stay tune, jadi jangan kemana-mana. Baik, acara kita kembalikan ke Mr. MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Nusa Budaya Cultural Project with Nusa Budaya Project. We still have a long night tonight, but of course, let me serenade you one song from one of my favorite musician, Michael Bublé, to unwind tonight before we announce the best paper. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael Bublé with Save the Last Dance. You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight. Thank you, ma'am. You can smile every smile for the man who held your hand neath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's having you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So, darling, save the last dance for me. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, I know that the music's fine like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Laugh and sing, but while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Yeah. So, darling, save the last dance for me. I would like someone to join me. Boleh? Boleh ya, saya turun. When we touch, I will never, never let you go. I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is on and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he walk you home? You must tell him no. 'Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Ma'am Rosa, can you join me to do the cha-cha please? Boleh kasih tepuk tangan? May I? Come on. 3, 2, 1. Come on, ma'am. I need you to do cha-cha with me. Okay, just a little cha-cha. Could you hold my hand, please? Okay. Oh, I know. Just a step. Hear the music fine like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Your direction. Laugh and sing. But while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Devi Kausar. That who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Yeah. Save the last dance for me. Thank you, ma'am. So don't forget who's taking you home. Oh, and in whose arms you're gonna be. Woo! Save the last dance for me. Ooh, baby, won't you save the last dance for me? Oh, my pretty baby, won't you save the last dance for me? Oh, save the last dance, the very last dance for me. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Bublé with Save the Last Dance. Thank you from Nusa Budaya Cultural Project, my friend. Thank you. And wow, what an excitement we have tonight. But before we're going to announce the best paper, Mrs. Devi Rosa Kausar. Okay, ma'am. So?
Okay, so actually referring to ITSA's conference theme that we have this year, Culture, People and Technology, the Driving Forces for Tourism series. This time we have 4 categories of best papers, one for each theme: culture, people, technology, and city tourism. So what we did was all the papers were reviewed by 2 reviewers. It was a double-blind review process, and every reviewer comments and also gave followers. So we come up with 4 best papers.
Okay. As I said earlier, if I may ask one more thing, Mrs. De Firoza Kausar, this is actually the second time Indonesia be the host of the ITSA conference in 2020. What do you think makes Indonesia become the second host of ITSA conference 2020?
Okay, thanks. So the first one was in Bali in 2012. And this time, because we are bringing the theme of city tourism, in which ITSA is actually focusing right now. ITSA has an official journal called International Journal of Tourism Cities. So we are trying to promote Jakarta as a city, as a tourism city. And with this theme, it is very relevant to Jakarta. And with the proposals and with the rundown, so we were chosen to be the host for this conference.
Okay, one more last question. What do you think about, well, we all haven't known who will win the best paper, but probably the committee did. What do you think of the prospect of the winner? Is it like have a bright future for tourism studies here in Indonesia particularly?
Yeah, so we are hoping that the papers which are chosen to be best papers can proceed to international refereed journals. And we also hope that that study will be, will have managerial implications. They can have recommendations for the government, for tourism destination managers, and it will be, a big input for the industry.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mrs. De Firoza Kausar, Ph.D. CSA. Thank you. Right now, are we connected to Professor Sinran Leto? Yes, we're going to allow Professor Sinran Leto from the USA to announce the receiver of the Philip Fierce Spirit Award. Okay, meanwhile we're waiting, probably I would like to ask, who has the first time experience attending the ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020 here? May I know? No one? Oh, okay. You've been participated in the previous, oh wow, can I have a big round of applause for ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020? This is the 8th, right ma'am? The 8th, right? In the whole, okay, wow, in the whole world? Wow, this is actually the 8th ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020. Starting back at what?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the 7th was held in Pretoria, South Africa.
South Africa?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. This is a biennial conference,
Yes.
right?
And,
Okay.
The 2 years back, another 2 years back was held in London.
London,
And the 2 years back again was held in Perth.
Perth,
And then in 2012, it was held in Bali.
in Bali. That was our first time to be the host of
No,
ITSA
not
conference.
the first time.
Not the first
The first time was in China. I think.
in China for the ITSA itself.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Devi, for the insight. Oke, baik. Saya mungkin boleh berkeliling juga tanya ya. Boleh ya Pak ya? Sepertinya saya boleh nih di meja VIP yang ini. Selamat malam Bapak. Dengan Bapak siapa? Maaf kalau saya boleh. Saya agak jaga jarak nih. Atau dengan Ibu? Boleh, siap. Selamat malam Ibu. Saya jaga jarak, boleh ya? Ini sudah sedikit. Selamat malam Ibu. Dengan Ibu siapa mungkin?
Ana dari Fakultas Ilmu Komunikasi Pancasila.
Oke. Dari Vkom Pancasila, berarti sudah juga terlibat di ITSA Conference sebelum-sebelumnya ya Bu ya? Atau belum? Atau baru kali ini? Baru kali ini. Menurut Ibu bagaimana conference kali ini? This is the dekan. Wow, baik Ibu, kalau boleh tahu bagaimana kesannya untuk conference kali ini Bu, boleh dijelaskan sedikit sejauh acara ini berlangsung?
Terima kasih, bagus sekali karena tadi pagi saya lihat pembukaannya sangat menarik, apalagi konsepnya hybrid, semoga bisa menjadi contoh untuk international conferences yang lainnya, yang berikut-berikutnya, bahwa dimungkinkan juga untuk melaksanakan international conference yang hybrid, jadi ada online dan ada offline-nya. Bagus sekali, salut untuk Fakultas Pariwisata Universitas Pancasila. Dan rekan-rekannya termasuk Bunda Mulia, James Cook University, dan juga ITSA International. Terima kasih, congratulations.
Baik, terima kasih sekali Ibu untuk insight-nya dan malam hari ini sepertinya. Oke, sepertinya kita sudah terhubung dengan Professor Sinran Leto from the United States of America. But before that, I would like to thank you for the Associate University Universitas Bunda Mulia and media partner myvenue.id and the empowering support of the Ministry of Tourism and creative economy of the Republic of Indonesia for their unending support of this conference. Okay, are we connected? Hello, Professor Sinaraleto. Can you hear my voice?
Hello,
Hello, good morning, Professor.
can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh my
Ladies
gosh.
and gentlemen, please give it up for Professor Sinaraleto, who will present the Philippines Spirit
Oh my
Award.
goodness.
Okay, the stage is yours, ma'am, please.
Finally, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to take this opportunity to at least before I announce the Spirit Award, I have a PowerPoint prepared, but it looks like we won't have time. But I still wanted to just very briefly let you guys know that there are exciting programs are set up for the ITSA in the coming year. The very first one is ITSA 2020 special. It's going to be held in Serbia, and the colleagues in Serbia has prepared really exciting programs for us under the three large themes: the Big Bang, we honor the past, cherish the moment, leaning into the present, and Quantum Leap, we shape the future. And it really is full of intellectual energy, as you can see from this photo. Novi said where the conference is going to be held. It's going to be really a wonderful setup for us to have a face-to-face gathering. What you see is on coffee shops on the street. I hope we can all see you there next year. And our ITSA 2020 Biennial Conference is going to be held in Gran Canaria, Spain. And as you can see from this image, the Canary Islands are just gorgeous. And that's another destination you don't want to miss. And I hope to see you all there. In addition to those two large events in the coming 2 years, another event I would like to bring to your attention is we are going to have in ITSA 2020, we are going to have quite a lot of programming oriented towards bridging the gaps between established researchers and emerging young researchers. And I just feel like, although I'm kind of late on this, but I wanted to at least share this information with you. This is going to be a program led by our excellent established scholars. As you can see from this previous slide, we have three large domain leaders with us, led by Dr. Stankov from University of Novi Sad, Dr. Kazina Kirilova from Institute Paul Bocuse, France, and Dr. Mimi Lee from the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. And they are going to lead this particular research domain meetup program, and there'll be three separate online meetup for interested ITSA members. Really, the goal for this is to build a mechanism for our experienced scholars to be able to work and collaborate and mentor the young upcoming scholars, and to brainstorm research ideas, to join effort in data collection and manuscript writing. I know we have quite an audience of graduate student researchers and also junior faculty researchers. I highly encourage you to participate in this particular program. Another program that we are excited about is called Meet and Greet ITSA Members Program. And this particular program is meant to be a global yet intimate an informal online event. It's an intellectual social event where we can get to know each other, and we can get to know where you are from and what your aspirations are, what might be your research interest be. And this event is open to, again, experienced researchers, early scholars, and students. Those are wonderful opportunities for people of like-minded people to get together. So that's the program that's going to start in 2021. Another one is the ITSA webinar series. This series is intended to address hot-button issues in the world of tourism. As you know, that we have had our very first one back in October this year. And it was really a very exciting, stimulating, fun time that we had. So we will continue with that series. And without doing this, I wouldn't feel it's complete. I really, really want to take this opportunity to thank our conference host, the University of Pancasila, and in particular, our gratitude and appreciations really go to DV. Thank you for your excellent leadership. In such a difficult year, we pull out this special event, hybrid event. It wasn't what we intended to, and you know what? It turned out to be an extraordinary event. So as you may see from the title of my presentation, I was planning on doing this morning. It's we really essentially turned the ordinary into the extraordinary of an event. Is it perfect? Probably nothing replaced face-to-face time with all of ITSA family members. However, given the circumstances, this is as beautiful an event as we can put together. So thank you, Davy, for your great leadership. And thank you, Maddie, for your great leadership. And thank you, Yogi, and I think Fatty, and there's so many of you who work behind the scenes to make this event a reality. I know how difficult a year it is, and you stuck to it with pragmatic determination and dedication, creativity to make this happen. Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Padi. You have done so much from James Cook University. You've done so much to pull this hackathon event together, and you contributed so much from day one, from conceptualizing it and planning it and such. This event is again intended for bringing people together, the experienced and the emerging scholars, and hopefully we're going to continue to have fun tomorrow and the day after. And of course, great appreciation also goes to wonderful Indonesia Ministry of Tourism. Without your support and help, this will not be a reality as well. Now, this occasion really reminds me of this. Is just perfect for me to discuss this. I know I probably take a little bit more time than you have intended. However, I think this year really reminds me, and this occasion, just the hassle that you saw me trying to get on and couldn't hear you and all that, reminds me of the art of golden repair. The Japanese art philosophy is called kintsugi. What is kintsugi? Kintsugi is the Japanese art of putting broken pottery pieces back together with gold and silver. And what you can see from the screen, they are beautiful art pieces. They used to be broken. However, the idea behind it is by embracing imperfections, we actually create an even more beautiful and more unique piece of art. The mending process itself become part of the art's legacy. And COVID-19 obviously resembles very much of a broken scenario for tourism. However, our spirit was never broken. We created such an event using gold that is made, amended the situation using gold. The gold that is made of determination, creativity, and love for tourism, and the distinct Indonesian hospitality. So I know that together we can build tourism into a form that's even more beautiful, more sustainable, and stronger. So this is a perfect occasion for me to just have a little reflection on that. Last but not least is I wanted to really mention our journal, the International Journal of Tourism Cities. And this journal is the official journal of our association, and it is the only journal in the world that is focusing on urban tourism and tourism cities. And it's published in English, and has great collection of research articles as well as best practices. our two editors, Dr. Morrison and Dr. Kokas Nefiniak, worked so hard to bring our journal into an excellent shape. Over the past year, there's 20,000 downloads. As you can see, there's a lot of momentum going with our journal, and there's so many different special issues that has been published, and also there are some are in the pipeline, all addressing top themes and cutting edge issues such as sustainable tourism in cities and COVID-19, and tourism in ASEAN countries, walking in the cities and such. Right, so please support our journal whenever you can. And I see our journal going to be SSCI indexed very soon. So we thank the two editors for your very hard work. All right, and you all know that this year we lost a dear friend, Professor Philip Pierce. To recognize his outstanding work that he's done for ITSA and his love for ITSA, we established this the ITSA Philip Pierce Spirit Award to recognize individuals who have made an outstanding contribution to ITSA's work over the previous year, and who have done so by embodying the value of ITSA. This year's recipient, the very first, the inaugural recipient is Dr. Shihan David Moore from Zhejiang University. David, congratulations, and we've loved your work. He's been the most instrumental in putting our ITSA newsletter together over the years. It's done it on a strictly volunteer basis, and we appreciate the work, we appreciate your talent, and so you're much deserved for this award. So congratulations, David.
Professor, could you announce who will be granted the Philip Pierce Spirit Award of the ITSA conference this year? Professor, can you still hear me? Over there. Oh, okay, udah. Baik, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Professor Sinran Leto, the President of International Tourism Studies Associations. Thank you for your participations this evening or this morning in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, as we have known, this year's theme is the culture, people, and technology, the driving forces for tourism cities. And of course, we all know the pandemic has caused us such a great challenge, but I believe the ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020 has made up the challenge quite easy by bringing this keynote speaker as one of the panels to deliver who will be the best speaker, who will be the best paper for tonight. And therefore, I'm going to kindly invite Mrs. Devi Rosa Kautsar, Ph.D., CHA ITSA Conference Chairwoman, to join me on stage to announce who is the best paper. Okay, you are pleased, ma'am. We are about to find out who granted the best paper tonight.
That's okay. After a double-blind review process, scoring, and then another screening by editorial committee who work independently, we would like to announce that the best paper for category technology is Tourist Perception of Gunung Sewu Geopark, Analysis of User-Generated Content. It is written by Ms. Yulita Kusumasari, Karlina Maizida, Evander Dwi Pramana, and Putri Ari Purnama.
It's an online participating.
Maybe they're participating online.
Okay.
These are my colleagues from Gajah Mada University.
Okay.
Okay, so congratulations, Bu Yulita and colleagues. The reason that this paper was chosen as one of the best papers, especially for technology category, is due to its detailed analysis and findings, and also using an analysis of user-generated content related to Gunung Sewu Geopark. And this is one of the UNESCO Geopark in Indonesia. Okay, so congratulations. And the second best paper, not the second, best paper for category of city tourism is Can Colored Sidewalks Nudge People to Walk? Authors Jun Chen, Shinran Leto, Mark Leto, and Jonathan Day. Congratulations, Jun Chen, Shinran, Professor Shinran Leto.
Congratulations to the winner.
And the justification for this to be a best paper is interesting topic and an innovative method using scenario-based between subject experiment. And the finding is useful for city planners and destination managers.
Okay, I think we have the winner with us here on the screen, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, congratulations. Okay, probably moving on to the next.
Okay, move on to the category of culture. The title of the best paper is A Cross-Cultural Perspective of Wine Tourism Experience and Well-Being, a Big Data Approach. This again is authored by Yiran Liu and again Professor Shinran Leto. So
Ladies and gentlemen,
many good papers coming from our friends in Purdue. Congratulations. And the manuscript has been clearly and cogently written, the reviewer said. It has clear evidence of originality and scholarship, and the work demonstrates independent analysis and critical thought. It makes a distinctive contribution to the body of knowledge.
congratulations for the winner. Yay! Joining us online. Congratulations. Okay, probably this is the last categories, yeah?
The last category is people. The title is Does COVID-19 Pandemic Affect Tourists' Pro-Environmental Behaviors? Evidence from a Park Recreation Area in China. Authored by Ning Dang, Hugh Xiao, and Wenming Li. Congratulations.
Wow, congratulations to the academics from China. Okay, congratulations, probably joining us on the screen.
Okay. The reason for this to be best paper is because it is a timely topic, interesting research framework, and good elaboration on theoretical and managerial implications. Congratulations to all deserving
Can I have a big round of applause for all of our winners in all of the categories? Thank you, Mr. Debbie, but could you please stay with me in the stage because I would like to also kindly invite Ms. Titi Wahyuni, the coordinator for MICE promotions from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia, to join us on the stage to appreciate a token of appreciations from the 8th ITSA Conference 2020 Jakarta Comedy. Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. And in this very lovely occasions, the 8th ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020 Comedies, represented by Mrs. Devi Rosa Kausar, will present a token of appreciation. We will have a picture. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the unending support from the Ministry of Tourism and the Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. Okay, and we will have from the Ministry of the Tourism and the Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia to give the exchange token of appreciations to the ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020 Comedy as a sign of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, we will hope this would not be the last ITSA conference in Jakarta, particularly in Indonesia. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, thank you. You may come back to your place. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can I have a big round of applause for the 8th ITSA Conference Jakarta 2020, and of course, the empowering Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. But we are not done yet because we still have one more performance performed by the Nusa Budaya Performance, who will sing one of the well-known songs. Have anyone heard here the song of Mau Mere de Gale Kota Ende? Anyone? Okay, I want every one of you who knows the song join the Nusa Budaya band to sing along. Okay, anyone agree? Okay, and for every one of you who's still watching from everywhere you are, congratulations to all of the winners, and particularly the best paper and the receiver of the Peers Spirit Award tonight. And of course, from Nusa Budaya Band, here it is, Mau Mere. sing this song once more. Come on.
Gasong-gasong analog arebin ha. Mau mere gagale kota ende. Gasong-gasong analog arebin ha.
Sekalian, sampai bertemu kembali di Serbia 2021 dan Spain 2022. Have a nice evening. Thank you.